and you were able to gather the Bankers Association, the Financial Market Authority, our regulator in Liechtenstein. We have Dr. Thomas Dünser from the government in Liechtenstein. So, what is the whole strategy and task or target of this delegation in Liechtenstein?
Well, first of all, I think it's a great thanks to all the delegate participants to be crazy enough to join on my small idea. So literally with the Banking Association that we organized this trip with, we said we want to create an inspiration and strengthen the collaboration bonds. The idea is to have also transitioning knowledge. Amongst this trip, we're also going to speak with universities. We are meeting local Singaporean banks. We have just now actually met the MES, the regulatory authorities here in Singapore. And on that commitment, we already have that there's going to be a reunion with the MES and the Liechtenstein regulators in Liechtenstein next year. So it's a small kind of kick that we have started on, and there's definitely a bright future ahead of us.
Liechtenstein has made the first comprehensive regulation of blockchain, and also thinking on the very forefront of applications like the token economy, and not only about financial market applications, but also on financial market applications. And so I think this is something Singapore can learn from Liechtenstein. So just the way we regulate the token and all kind of future-proof applications, also in the real world economy.
I think we have also been very fortunate to be associated with Liechtenstein, right? And we all know Liechtenstein has been foremost, if not the most progressive, one of the most progressive in terms of having a blockchain law already enacted.
The blockchain law, this was a very, very important first move by Liechtenstein. It has facilitated the start of the token industry in Liechtenstein. And also the FMA was very supportive of all the initiatives. We were the first authority to actually authorize an alternative investment fund based on token. So we have demonstrated that this is important for us and that we are supportive of the development.
Liechtenstein and Singapore, we do have a lot in common. We are very open-minded, cross-border business is very important, but when it comes to the topics, sustainable finance and digitalization or blockchain in particular, that's what is important. That drives the future development of both financial centers. And I think there to connect the dots, to build the bridges, that's very important for both countries, and both could benefit a lot.
Liechtenstein is excellent jurisdiction for European markets. And so Singapore can be one bridge to Asian market.
It's a pleasure to host you here in Singapore, finally, in person. So I know Raffles Family Office is Pan-Asian multi-family office.
At the Singapore Fintech Festival this morning, Ravi Mellon, the chief of MAS, actually mentioned about the 5 elements that to take Singapore forward as the leading fintech nation in Asia. So one of the elements he spoke about the asset tokenization. So it's not unlike the securitization of 50 years ago. So this is the way that to move things forward. Asset tokenization is definitely the way to go.
It's a great pleasure to have you here, the whole delegation in Singapore, which is great to see the collaboration between Singapore and Liechtenstein.
I work very closely with Liechtenstein and in Singapore, so I see a lot of good aspects where we are very close to one another, and I like also, like I said earlier, that you guys are here from a Liechtenstein delegation represented in Singapore. That's very important,
It's great to see that also the regulator takes a great emphasis on sustainability, where also VP Bank is well positioned, as well as Liechtenstein also with the other banks putting a lot of emphasis on sustainable investments.
I think there are a lot of Synergies. I think it's both places from a financial stability point of view, very well recognized, both countries. I think political stability, both countries very good. So there are a lot of things when you compare it, we are very, very similar.
We figure out how to enhance this partnership.
Building a bridge between Liechtenstein and Singapore is definitely important. We're both small countries, ways are short. You get to know the right people, you can bring them together.
I mean, for us, that feels natural, right? I mean, we are so small, everybody knows everybody. It's a very, like, you can have a dialogue with the regulator on a daily basis if you want, with the government. For us, Liechtenstein people, that feels very normal. But I was told and constantly hear from the outside perspective that that's very unusual, right? Like this working together, this collaborative approach Liechtenstein has, and I think that is one of our main advantages, right? We are small, we have like one shared vision for the token economy. Time flies, Singapore Fintech Festival is officially over. We had an amazing week here in Singapore, and we had the opportunity to meet a lot of interesting companies, startups in the blockchain space, entrepreneurs, and the market authority of Singapore. We were able to exchange the experiences we had with our Blockchain Act, or TVTG as it is called, in Liechtenstein with the market authority of Singapore, and to learn from them how they approach the crypto and blockchain industry here in Singapore. As the president of the Crypto Country Association in Liechtenstein, I want to express our thanks to the Bankers Association in Liechtenstein, especially Simon Trebelhorn, who was part of the delegation and organized this trip together with Celine Wong from VP Bank. It was a big pleasure for us to be part of it. We also want to thank the other delegates, especially Reto Degen from the Financial Market Authority and Dr. Thomas Dünser. For sure, we also welcome all of them for our Token Summit next year. Thank you very much for your time here, and really looking forward to see you soon.